Hello everybody, welcome to part 1 of my Final Fantasy XII walkthrough in the Zodiac Age. This is a remaster of the original for the PS2. I'm playing this on my PC because I tried to do it on the PS4 and it just didn't work. I'm not sure if it's a capture card or what it is, so we're doing it PC style. A few housekeeping things. That was number 1. Number 2, I already know the characters and classes I'm doing. I kind of thought about it and looked it up. Number 3, this episode will probably be the longest, maybe, just because it's going to be cutscene for the most part. Number 4, I will be uploading Mondays and Fridays. I'll be doing 2 games at a time. I'm not going to tell you what the other one is, you have to wait and find out. And I might be doing a third one as well, just an off the cuff one, you know what I mean, just like, it's just like a little treat, I guess, is what you call it. If there's any background noise, I apologize. I have 2 dogs and I live on a busy street, not a main road, but there's just a lot of cars, noise coming up and around. And number 5, 6, 7, I have no idea. Stay hydrated, water is important. If not, then you're an idiot. And I believe that is everything. So without further ado, let's crack into it. Now when you hit new game, you're going to be hit with the menu of all these different options. And one thing you'll notice if you played the original, you have 3 new game options. Now, also new game is new game. New game plus, you start at level 90, and nothing scaled with you at the beginning. So it's like just a super. If you just want to speed run the game, that's where you go. That's the one I use for my practice file. And then new game minus is where you start at the lowest level, 1, 2, or 3, and you don't get any experience. And yeah, you have your graphics. I assume that's a PC only one. Controls, blah blah blah. We want subtitles on. You have a speed multiplier now. I always put it onto 2. You can change your language and your music. What's OST? Is that not same as original? We'll go OST, see what it's like. Oh, hello puppy. And that's just restore defaults. So if there's everything that you want, hit your desired game. I'm doing just standard new game because, you know, it just makes sense. This first episode will probably mostly be cutscene, so yeah, this is the 3rd take of this, 2nd or 3rd take, so yeah, this is a pretty epic cutscene. I didn't see it until just before, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, let's say Valendian. Old Valendian. Is that like the country or like the world? Oh no, I've never looked into the lore of this game. I think it might be the world. As in like, you know, we have Earth, that's our world, that's what I mean. Moogle!
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
launch an attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little...
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield your sight, ne'er failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
Guys, my dog just comes to say hello. Oh, you son of a gun. trying not to talk at all through the whole cutscene, but you, Lincoln.
Of Lord Rasla Heyo was but one of the kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Ramanas, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanstre when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
I never understood that until now. And I would love if this was like an actual book. We'll listen to the whole thing.
You then. Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
I swear his voice changes. I'm convinced.
Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanstre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bosler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
Did he just pick up one of the other guy's weapons? So this is just your basic how-to tutorial. Also on the mini-map, which we'll get a bit into later, if you can talk to them, there'll be a little green dot on the map. So you can see on the top map, both of them are green. This is Barsh. And while we're on the map, if you press... Nope, you can't do it now, okay. We'll have to do it later. Talk to the Dalmascan. And then it talks about your marker, which will happen as you walk up to something, and then when you walk up to it, you'll get what it is and 2 exclamation marks. Party menu by pressing triangle, to look at in a sec. There's not a whole lot in there at the moment. So to battle, if an enemy's targeting you, there'll be a red line over. If you're targeting them, it'll be a blue line. And you can look around and press X to open the battle menu. And you can move around as well. So you can move around, look around, X open the menu, go through items, magic. You can do all that fun stuff. Did he just poison me? So triangle opens up the main menu, you have your status. Have to look into what half of those are on the left hand side. Your inventory and your config, which we went through before, but you can still change stuff now. Now, time for my favorite battle music ever.
Captain?
Oh, these bloody dogs. So this is Air Cutter Remora. I believe it only has the one attack, which is, if it does it, there you go, Remora Strike, and it just kind of hits everyone. Do not worry about dying because you will be healed whenever. If you press L1, you can speed up, and you can access the main menu mid-battle as well. With the speed, you can go to ×2 or ×4. I normally leave it on ×2. And yeah, it should be over in a sec. There we go. Love the best music in this game.
Antlion, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Sunbury disengaging.
And that's your first big battle of the game. And you can now complete these 3. It's very simple, it's just mash A pretty much. And there we go. Oh, excuse me. And now Barsh is going to talk about the minimap. So you press the, well, I am using a PS4 controller. So the touchpad, which is what the select button was back in the day, will bring up the big map. L3 will bring up the minimap on the screen. So you have your minimap. Touchpad will bring up this one, and it will show you your objective. And L3 does this one, so you can see where you're going in case you get lost, which is really useful in later areas. But as you can see, this is a very straight, streamlined, straight path. Now you can't actually get experience in this first bit of the game.
Vossler!
So,
Where are you?
wow, interrupt me,
What
Marsh,
if
how
Captain
dare you?
Ozilus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
As I was saying, you don't get any experience in this first bit of the game. So, Bash is going to tell you in a sec, but you can press R2 to flee. And that just means you won't get any of your stuff out. You just waltz, blah, blah, blah. You just waltz right on through. And this is where he talks about it now. So I'm just going to move on. Hit up some of these chests. Oh, there's an Imperial Magus actually. They're like the magic ones. They can shoot fire and stuff. So there's a potion in that chest, and they're gonna heal me. Thank you. Nothing down here. But there is something up here. If you keep on walking past where you have to go, over here is another potion. Now with chests in this game, it won't always be the same item in each chest. I think the beginning areas like this, it'll always be the same. But when you get into the main game, it'll be different items. Which is dumb, but I'm not a game creator. And this is a save crystal. Very easy, you just press X, you save your game. Heals you up, heals up your MP. And this is the part where I'm going to stop the first episode because we're on 23 minutes already. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you have a good day, evening, wherever you are.